Alright, I'm recording this on November 15th at 9:12 in the morning. I don't know if it can be heard, but the dryer is going on. So that's a bit of background ambiance noise going on. Uh, we're coming off a big weekend. A lot of stuff happened over this weekend. I think the big one is definitely that Full Gear happened. We're going to talk about Full Gear. I'm going to do a Full Gear review on this. But I have other stuff, of course, to talk about as well. But I always talk about how the weekend went. So let's get that going. Friday was... Well, I guess the best place to start is actually Thursday. Thursday was Remembrance Day. So, family, we all went to Swiss Chalet. The only Swiss Chalet that we could really go to right now is the one in Burnaby. So we drove all the way to Burnaby for Swiss Chalet. And I had, for the first time, their chicken strips and fries, which are actually very good. And I will now never have ever again because Swiss Chalet is now closing. Apparently by the end of the year, Swiss Chalet there is going to close. And that'll be it. I'll be done. There'll be no more Swiss Chalets. Which, that boggles me. Like, why are all the places I grew up with going away? Like, I have so many memories of going to Swiss Chalet, and it's gonna go away. So we heard about that, and we just got super sad. We're like, oh, that sucks. We decided we're gonna go one last time, before they close, with Nana and Grandpa. So that'll be tough. But after I had a good lunch. That was the only meal I had that day. After we had a good lunch, we went to the car and it wouldn't start. The battery was dead. So we had to wait for about an hour for the BCA guy to come in and gave us a jump start. We drove back home and that was fun. And then Friday, me and Dad came home with Edo. We had that for lunch. We moved stuff in the garage around, some boxes around, so that way we can get closer to getting our Christmas stuff, because it's going to be that time soon. And then for Rampage, this was a problem. The ESPN, not ESPN, the TSN streaming service thing wasn't working, so we couldn't watch Rampage, which sucked. That really sucked. But Dad got pizza, and I had 4 freaking slices. They were really small in my defense. They were really small. It was a really small pizza, and they're very thin. And fries, I had some of their fries. The fries are great. And I had a chicken wing, which was actually pretty spicy. So that was Friday. Yeah. And then on Saturday, it was Mom's Jasna meeting, so we went, dropped her off, we came home, and we could watch Rampage. Check the TSN thing, it was working, so we could watch Rampage. Watched Rampage. Then went to go pick up Mom. We stopped on the way and got Church's Chicken for the pay-per-view. Then we came home. Me and Dad watched the countdown. Then Full Gear happened, and I'll get into Full Gear later on. And that was that. That was Saturday. Sunday, so just yesterday, Mom and Dad had eye appointments, so they left at around 12 o'clock. So me and Fernando watched Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog while they were gone. We had churches, and that was that. Oh, on Wednesday, I forgot, I went to go get a Frosty from Wendy's because I have like their coupons which go until like the end of the year where it's like you can get a free Frosty. It's so small. It's such a small Frosty. But you know what? It's actually pretty filling. So it's deceptively filling. Mom and Dad came back at around 4 o'clock. And they brought back food, lots of food. Mom stopped at that bakery thing there and got a bunch of stuff. She got like pork buns and rolls, bread rolls, and like the homemade sandwiches. Uh, Dad got himself Thai food, like Thai fried rice. Mom ate, I think she ate Korean barbecue there, so she was good. And then he got me butter chicken. He got Fernando a big crunch of KFC, and then he stopped on the way to get pizza, and bought one bacon and I think it's onion, bacon and onion pizza, bacon and something pizza, and then one pepperoni and mushroom pizza. So that we have a lot of food now. I had the my dad did finish his Thai fried rice, and he said I could have it, so I ate that for my dinner yesterday. And the butter chicken now from Curry Express comes in like microwavable containers, so that's gonna be my dinner tonight. And I plan on lunch being two slices of pizza, one slice from each pizza. And yeah, we've got that going. So we got a lot of food. We got lots of food still. There's still churches. Churches hasn't run out yet. There's still churches chicken. So there's still a lot. Dad still got his chicken wings from Friday still too. So there's a lot of food in the house. We're not going hungry. Is basically what I'm saying. So yeah, that's the weekend roundup, I guess. And now on to the news, where you get to hear my not my microphone, my mouse click. So head on over to Big Finish, and well, the Seventh Doctor has some box set details, which I'm excited about. We've had nothing with McCoy on Big Finish for so long that we're actually getting something, and I'm very happy. So this box set comes out in June next year. They recorded it just recently. They recorded it on the 25th, 27th, and 29th of October. They just did this. But they have some stuff here. It says the Doctor and Mel face old foes and a familiar planet in two exciting new adventures. So we're getting Seven and Mel. So this is going to take place early on in the timeline. It is Bad Day in Tinseltown by Dan Starkey and The Rybos Inheritance by Jonathan Barnes. Now, the Bad Day in Tinseltown is going to be a Cyberman story. And the Rybos Inheritance is going to be a sequel to the Rybos operation from the Fourth Doctor. The box set is called Silver and Ice, because silver for Cyberman, ice because of Rybos, get it? That's June, so that's cool. We're getting a lot of Mel next year, I will say, because we have this box set here with Seven and Mel. And then we have the Lost Story next year with the Sixth Doctor and Mel. The Modiac, whatever it's called. And then in the Sixth Doctor's box set, both of them are Mel. So Mel's back with a vengeance, and I'm excited. I like Mel. So yeah, that's the Big Finish news, really. There wasn't a lot of Big Finish news I can really say. What I can say, though, is the Full Gear media scrum. Media scrum. The big important stuff I picked up from that is Tony Khan has said that Double or Nothing next year might be in Las Vegas, which would be cool. I'd love to see them go to Vegas. That fits the whole poker theme, doesn't it? Jay Lethal, who, spoilers, showed up at Full Gear, has said that he's not working Final Battle. Apparently, according to Tony, when Jay Lethal told the press, he's like, "Yeah, I'm not working Final Battle." That's the first time Tony Khan heard about that. So, Tony Khan has said that next year he wants to have AEW go to Craven's Cottage in the UK and go to Toronto next year because his dad owns the Four Seasons Hotel. AEW in Toronto, boys. Come on. Canada. I didn't know this year, but ROH had a show called Honor for All yesterday, which it was news to me. It was news to me. So I'm ready. Yeah, here. ROH Honor for All. I had no idea this was a thing. Because I just thought, oh, Final Battle. But no, they actually had a pay-per-view last night. So, here are the results of Honor for All. We had Tyler Russ defeat Tracy Williams in a Pure Rules match. That must have been really good. We have Holiday, and she defeated Quinn McKay, Trisha Dora, and Vita Von Star. That sounds awful. The Briscoes retained the GCW Tag Team Championships against Effie and AJ Gray. Thank God. Jonathan Gresham defeated Brody King. That must have been cool. The OGK, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett defeated Dragon Lee and Kenny King to win the ROH Tag Team Championships. I know the OGK is doing stuff in NWA, so that'll be interesting. And then in the main event, Bandito retained the ROH World Title against Flamina in an ODQ match, which must have ruled. Overall, it sounds like a solid event, man. Really does. And then, of course, Disney Plus Day was Friday. And they announced a whole bunch of stuff. So, let's get going and see everything that was announced for Disney Plus Day 2021. So, they showed little previews for She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and Miss Marvel. I'm not interested in She-Hulk or Miss Marvel. Tiny bit in Moon Knight, but not really. You know? Like, not really. They have announced a new animated show for Spider-Man called Spider-Man Freshman Year. This is going to be an MCU animation where it's going to like show you what Peter Parker's origins in the MCU. That's pretty much what this is. Which I am not interested in really at all. I'm not interested in this. I would have preferred an actual new animated Spider-Man show. That's probably what I would have preferred. So, yeah. I don't know. I'll see. Marvel Zombies was announced. It's going to be an animated series. It's going to be like people fighting the Marvel Zombies. And that I'm there for. That is awesome. X-Men 97 was announced. And that's going to be a continuation of the old X-Men show, which that's cool. That is something that I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. Just looking at some of the pictures they announced. Yeah. That's cool. X-Men 97, that's a cool thing. I won't watch it, but that'll be cool. Baymax is getting his own show. Yeah. Cars. The Cars show is called Cars on the Road, and it's going to be Mater and McQueen on a road trip. I am so excited for that. That's so exciting. New show Tiana, which is going to be based off of Princess and the Frog, which I don't care. Zootopia is getting an anthology show. Don't care. They're doing a live-action Pinocchio in fall. Ice Age is getting a new movie, which doesn't look good at all. Disenchanted. This is something I'm excited for. The sequel to Enchanted, Disenchanted, is next year. My God, dude, how long has it been since Enchanted came out? Enchanted is a good movie. I can't believe now we're just getting the sequel. 2 Diary of the Wimpy Kid animated movies are going to be out before the end of next year. Yeah, they're making 2 anime Diary of the Wimpy Kid movies, Diary of the Wimpy Kid, and then Diary of the Wimpy Kid Roderick Rules next year. That'll be cool. I'll probably watch those. The Spiderwick Chronicles is getting a live-action TV show. Spiderwick Chronicles, if you forget, is the one that scared us as a kid with like the little gremlin guy, look like Shrek. Yeah, they're making a show off that, which that'll be kind of cool. Then we have... Is that it? That's really all the stuff that interests us. for Disney Plus Day. And that's it. So, that's all the news I had. And now it is time for the big part of today, which is the AEW Full Gear 2021 review. Oh, baby. Here we go. So, we started the show off with the buy-in, which was Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa versus Jamie Hayter and Nyla Rose. This was done because Hikaru Shida and Nyla are going to fight in the TBS tournament, and Thunder Rosa and Jamie Hayter are going to fight in the TBS tournament. So just stick them together, tag match. This match was fine. Jamie Hayter took some big bumps on this one, man. Like, Thunder Rosa jumped on her, and her fucking head, it just bonked on the floor. Like, I don't know how she survived. Like, how she continued. But in the end, Hikaru Shida won, got the victory for her team. That's the team I picked to win. And yeah, it was just a solid, like, tag team match. But Jamie Hayter, oh my god. And then the official show started with Darby Allin versus MJF. This match was awesome. This is how you start a damn show, bro. Boys, we went on it. This match was awesome. Darby did the coffin drop spot where he misses on the apron, and then he hit the ropes. He bounced off the ropes too. Oh, that was awful to watch, man. Oh my god. He did a tope suicide on MJF and just killed the man. Like, Darby just ran at him and just bonked him. The finish to the match. Oh, MJF did the top rope. He did like the second rope tombstone as well, which is cool. The finish to the match was ref was distracted. MJF hit Darby with the Dynamite Diamond Ring and then pinned him with a headlock takeover, which was awesome. Yeah, MJF wins as I predicted, keeping him strong. This match was really good. This is how you start the show. That was awesome. Then we had the Lucha Bros defending the tag team titles against FTR. This match was really good. I really like this match. Both teams are just awesome, right? Like we have two awesome teams. They were starting going, false finishes were starting to go, you know. Big Rig got kicked out of. The Lucha Bros Fear Factor got kicked out of. Their, like assisted pile driver got kicked out of. We were going crazy. You know, FTR's assisted pile driver got kicked out of. Like, we were going crazy. Kick outs. And they're awesome moves. Phoenix is an insane, crazy man. I don't know how he does half the stuff he does. But the thing that took away from this match was the ending. The ending of this match, I do feel, did sour it for me. The ending was FTR went to the outside. They put on, like, the Super Reina masks. And then Cash got in the ring, and he's the illegal man, and Lucha Bros pinned him. So I guess FTR can, like, say, oh, they pinned the illegal guy, and then we can run this back. Maybe at Winter is Coming. But it was like the ending was ruined that for me. It's still, like, a really good match, but the ending was just not good. Then we had Bryan Danielson versus Miro, the finals in the Eliminator Tournament. Winner faces the AEW champion. I had Miro in this. This match was awesome. I really loved this match. This match was Bryan Danielson would kick Miro hard, and Miro would no-sell. He'd kick Bryan once, and Bryan would just fall like a sack of hot rocks. This match was great. Easily the best match these two have had against each other. And in the end, Bryan Danielson made Miro... He knocked him out. He hit him with a tornado DDT from the top rope, and that knocked out Miro. And Bryan Danielson won. He wins the tournament, and he will be facing the AEW World Champion in the future. Awesome match. Really good. I was honestly a bit shocked that Bryan won. And it got to the point where I was like, oh my god. Like, because this was the one match where it was like 50-50. You don't know who can win. Like, I was like really going like, oh my god. Like, it really had me. Then we had the Super Click versus Christian Cage and the Jurassic Express Falls Count Anywhere match, 6-man tag. This match was awesome. This was, to me, match of the night. We had some great spots. Adam Cole went through a table on the outside. Matt Jackson hit picture perfect Macho Man-esque elbow on Luchasaurus through a table. That was awesome. Adam Cole took a big bump on a ladder. So did Nick Jackson. Luchasaurus did a shooting star press off of the ramp onto Cutler, Nakazawa, and Cole and Nick Jackson. The super click hit the BTE trigger with like knee pads that had thumbtacks on them. They did like their kiss spot on Jungle Boy with thumbtacks in Jungle Boy's mouth. And then in the end, oh, Christian jumped off of like the thing in the crowd, like the little entranceway in the crowd that's always there. He jumped off that. But in the end, I can't believe this happened. Jungle Boy hit Matt Jackson with a concerto to get the victory for Jurassic Express. Did not expect them to win. That was a huge shock to me. I was like, whoa, they won? Because I had SuperClick. But yeah, man. They won. I saw someone put up a theory that, like, Christian Cage is going to start his turn now because he was going to hit the concerto. And then Jungle Boy went, no, I want to do it. It's going to be like Christian is, like, getting jealous that Jungle Boy is stealing his thunder. And, like, stuff like that, which I can see. Then we had Cody Rhodes and Pac versus Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo. This match was fine. It was very much both teams were like, oh my god, can they coexist? It was very WWE in that aspect. But in the end, Cody and Pac won. This match was fine, but it wasn't like anything crazy. This is one of the matches I could have done without. Like, if this match didn't appear on the show, I would have been fine. This was a Dynamite match. This match could have happened on Dynamite easily. Easily could have been on Dynamite. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, defended her women's title against Tay Conti. This was very much a cool-down match. After just 6 non-stop good matches, we needed to cool down. And even though for a cool-down, it was still really good. Tay Conti took a big bump on the freaking apron. Britt hit her with like a white noise on the apron, and that looked nasty, bro. But in the end, Britt Baker rolled up Tay Conti to get the win. Tay Conti surprisingly looked strong in defeat, and Britt Baker predictably retains her title. Good match. Then we had CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. This was a nice, short little match with Punk busted wide open. This was a fight. This wasn't a wrestling match. It was a fight. In the end, Punk hit the GTS on Kingston to win, as I predicted. And I think Punk will now be starting down his road of a heel turn, because you can't turn Kingston heel after this. After the match, Punk went to shake Kingston's hand, but Kingston just walked out. Then the Inner Circle fought Men of the Year, an American Top Team, in a Minneapolis street fight. Something to critique here. This match started with like them doing like a normal, like 5-on-5 tag thing, and then it devolved into like them using weapons, and they just started pinning each other willy-nilly. So what was the point at the beginning where you're just doing a normal tag? In the end, of course, Chris Jericho nailed Dan Lambert with a frog splash in honor of Eddie Guerrero, because Saturday was 16 years since Eddie Guerrero's passing. So he hit Dan Lambert with a frog splash to win. Nice little thing for Jericho to do that to Eddie, but this match was easily the weakest of the night, and I could have done without it. This match and the Cody tag team could have easily just got rid of these, and no one would have minded. Then, of course, like I said, I spoiled earlier, Jay Lethal revealed he has signed with AEW, and on Wednesday, he will be facing Sammy Guevara for the TNT Championship. I am ready. Speaking of Sammy, during the street fight, he had a crazy bump where he did a swanton off a really tall ladder onto, I believe it was Junior Dos Santos, which was crazy. And then the main event, Kenny Omega defending the AEW World Championship against Hangman Adam Page. We have been waiting for this, man. I was so freaking excited for when this match started. I was like, oh, here we go. The match was great. Hangman jumped off of the turnbuckle onto Kenny through a table, which was awesome. Like, onto the timekeeper's table, which was cool. Lots of V-triggers, lots of clotheslines. We were going crazy. Don Callis was there. Hangman decked him, gave him one. The Young Bucks came out. And of course, on Rampage, Hangman told them, if you come out during my match, I will end you. So they came out down the ramp. Hangman went to go give Kenny a buckshot on the back of his head. Nick Jackson could have stopped him, but he didn't. So Hangman hit the buckshot. Then he went to hit the regular buckshot. Matt Jackson could have stopped him. Hangman looks at him. Matt just stares at him, gives him a nod. Hangman hits the buckshot. 1, 2, 3. Hangman Adam Page is the new world champion. I lost it. So happy for the guy. And the biggest storyline in AEW has just been paid off. Hangman Adam Page is your world champion. He celebrates with the Dark Order. Oh, what a fucking moment, man. That was awesome. I'm so excited for Wednesday to see what they do. Dude, this was awesome. This pay-per-view, top to bottom, I was entertained the whole night. Entertained the whole night. Giving it a rating, I would say a 9 out of 10. I gave All Out a 10 out of 10. This is a 9 out of 10 because this doesn't beat All Out, but it's still just mwah, chef's kiss. 9 out of 10 pay-per-view. So happy, man. And WWE, you have Survivor Series this weekend. You're gonna fucking fail. And that's where we end this, because fuck WWE.